I love the cemetery, especially at midnight, when it's colder, when the other children are long asleep, and the dead awaken.
What is up, guys? SteelByGo here, and welcome back to another Spirit Halloween sneak peek video, even though this one is technically not a sneak peek because it was just thrown on their website and they didn't release a Spirit Halloween video on their YouTube channel about it, and I apologize. I waited all day because I was afraid that it would be counted as a leak. It's not a leak anymore. It was leaked, but basically, they aren't going to cover it. It's already almost 9 o'clock, and I don't think they're going to be doing the video, releasing it anytime soon, so something tells me I should just cover it now because it's not going to be on the website. And it's actually a little bit hidden though, but it is still technically on their website. They put it on. They just put it in the very back, which is weird. It's on the third page, and it's the bottom. The item in question is actually Cherry, guys. It's Cherry is the name of this animatronic. Just kidding, guys. It's not Cherry. Once again, Spirit Halloween used a code name, and they ended up leaving her code name up like that for a while. And she's not really called Cherry, it's just her code name. I know I did that with Kiwi, too. I did the same joke, but I happen to have a screenshot, so I figured I'd do it. But no, the actual animatronic is Angeline, and also another new one they threw on there that I didn't know was going to be sold by Spirit is the Looming Clown animatronic. He is online only. I will cover him tomorrow for you guys. But let's just get right into Angeline here. Alright guys, here we are. We're at the 4.1 foot Angeline animatronic for $170, $169.99. And personally, I'm just going to get right off the bat so I can stop talking about it. I think she's a little too expensive because I compare her to Lonely Laura because they're very similar animatronics. Lonely Laura features light up eyes, whereas Angeline does not. But Angeline does have mouth movement. I don't think that justifies $40 extra. I don't think that mouth movement makes it worth it. And Lonely Laura does have slightly different head movement, so there's that as well. But basically, let's just get straight into it here. So basically, I like the dress here. It looks white in this picture, but I'm pretty sure it's pink. Her legs kick. The gravestone is alright. It does look obviously plastic. It says, "Eternal life for thee whom joined us in death." And I personally don't really get what that means, but it's alright. It's alright. It's not too cheesy or anything. Rest in peace, 1864. And then there's like a bird on the gravestone. I believe that is an eagle, probably. And you see her teddy bear, which is a nice touch. I do like that. And, you know, her hair is pretty good. And I like the inclusion of her bow tie. I think that's a nice touch. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is her eyes, her face. Her face looks a little weird to me. It looks like she's seen something. In my opinion, I think if they would have moved her eyes in a little closer, I think that would have solved the problem. She would have looked a little better. I think it's just her eyes and her kind of lack of eyelids. And I think that's just it. That's probably why I won't get her. Also because of her price. That is one of the big reasons why I wouldn't get her, probably. And in this picture, you see her hair is brown and her dress is in fact pink. And you get a better picture of her teddy bear here with a ribbon. And I personally wish she was sitting more forward so that her feet were kind of dangling over this part. I feel like the way she's sitting here just looks kind of weird, and I don't think there'd be any way she'd be that thin to be able to, like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But, you know, it is what it is. Her kicking motion is good. It's nice and fluid. It looks, you know, looks cool, looks realistic. Her head turns. This piece right here is hollow. I mean, it's flat in the back, which is okay, I guess. It kind of makes it like a regular gravestone. You'll be able to put it up against a wall. I don't know why you would. She looks pretty good. Her face is my biggest complaint. It doesn't look right to me, and I don't really like it. Anyway, let's just get right into the video part here before I talk about it. Alright? Now I'll just talk about her face. I will try to stop comparing her to Lonely Laura, but maybe that's a video for another day. So you see gravestones. Her kicking is very fluid. I love this cemetery. She says that phrase, which I'll read off for you guys later. So her mouth movement is alright. It's not the greatest. It doesn't look super good, but at least it's there, I guess. And then her head turns back and she stops kicking. And the video ends. So, yeah, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the way that her mouth moves. I don't think it looks very good. I will now read you her description here. She skips, she plays jacks, she loves her dolls, her precious bear Fuzzy, which we see, you see it, she's holding it, and the undead. Angeline was always special. Her grandmother recognized it right away, and the pair spent hours talking to her dead, departed grandfather. Now that Granny is gone, Angeline has no one to share her gift with except her friends at the local cemetery. She isn't scared, but she should be. The Angeline animatronic will scare the life out of your guests with a turning head, animated mouth, and kicking feet. Now, here's another reason why I'm not a big fan of her. As mentioned in the they mention that it'll scare the life out of your guests. I personally just don't understand that because I don't think she's that scary. I don't see why you'd be scared of just the little girl. I know she's clueless that talking to the undead is bad, but it's not a super scary. Uh, it's not a scary animatronic. And something I did want to mention before is her shoes, and like the detail on her shoes looks really good. It reminds me of my Jumping Jenny character, which has good detail there. Just kind of random to throw it in there. I forgot to mention that previously. Includes the animatronic instruction manual, volume control, external speaker jack, adapter, screws. The product sayings are, "Do you want to play with me and all my friends? Come out, wherever you are. Why do you look so scared? Everyone in the graveyard just wants to be friends. I love the cemetery, especially at midnight when it's colder and all the other children are long asleep and the dead awaken." So I think her phrases are pretty good. They aren't too cheesy. They're kind of creepy. I think they're decent phrases, and I think they did an okay job with that. And the voicing is all right. It's not the greatest, but it's decent. I don't really have much to say about that. Animated, iris sensor activated, step pad compatible, monthly proper remote compatible, adapter type 6 volt 2 amp, and the cord length is 9.8 feet. So, in my opinion, she is it's kind of a cool idea, and we've seen it executed before with Lonely Laura, and personally, I prefer Lonely Laura over this character, and I just don't like the face. If the face was better and the eyes looked better, I might actually consider getting her, even though, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of just this regular creepy girl, because she isn't all that scary of a prop, but if you're doing a graveyard theme or you have a cemetery, in your haunt, then definitely a character you might want to get as a discount, even if you have to use her next year. Might be a cool character for that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this little video on the uh, overview of Angeline. Hopefully, there's a few more sneak peeks left, and I will have those up for you guys as soon as they are released on Spirit's website. And I mean, on the YouTube channel or website, whichever happens. I will make videos on that.